there, Fleshies! And welcome! I have a slightly different intro for you today. Grab your favorite snacks, settle into your most comfortable chair, and prepare for a story that's so wild it might just make you question if you accidentally stumbled into a nature documentary about prehistoric birds or reptiles. We've got tales of massive wingspans, mysterious sightings, and enough what-ifs to keep you glued to your seats. So lean in, listen close, and let's dive into the adventure. And now, in the sky. It's a normal day, pretty much like any other day in Wee Point, Illinois. It was perfectly normal, until the reports started coming in of a creature, perhaps a large bird, flying through the farmland located on the outskirts of our city. At first, I figured the creature was a hoax, or someone with an uncanny ability for exaggerating. The last report coming over my radio came in from one of our conservation officers. This particular officer was a friend of mine. He says it had an 18-foot wingspan, but he also said that the creature was weird, something I know a little bit about. I was off duty and decided to meet up with him about his bird sighting. When I arrived at the house, he seemed to be agitated. When I asked what he saw, he brought out his phone and showed me his photos. There on the screen was something that looked odd to me. If I had to guess, the bird was a pterodon, but that can't be, right? He mentioned that it appeared to be heading towards the river. Now, we don't know where the creature came from. What we do know is that it's heading towards the city. Another call came over the radio, this time saying that it had been spotted entering the city proper. I wanted to see it, so we took off to track it down. It seemed to know where it was heading. It took us 30 minutes to catch up with the beast. Sure enough, the creature is weird, but it is definitely not a bird. If I had to guess, this bird is in fact a pterodon. But how is that possible? We watch as the creature flies over countless houses. People are coming out of their homes in hordes to capture pictures or videos. We follow it. It shows no interest in humans for food, as it has passed several small children, and it's made no attempts whatsoever to capture it or them. It made no attempts to capture them. It also had not attacked any pets. It has to be feeding on something, but the question is what? We then heard on the radio that the FAA had grounded old planes. Personally, I can understand grounding all small planes, but not the big passenger jets. Maybe it's best to act with a side of caution, just in case. It's flying within 100 to 150 feet above the ground. Even the birds are quiet. And none of the birds, not even hawks, are chasing after it. I still cannot help but wonder where it came from, and if there are any more of them. Like my friend believes, it seems to be headed towards the river. The river seems to be a logical place for it to be going. There it can get a drink or perhaps grab a fish or two. We continue following the creature until we arrive at the river, and as we watch, it circles and even glides across the water. Its mouth also dips down into the water. Suddenly, it leaves the water, carrying 2 large carp, and then as we watch, it swallows the 2 large fish. We then see 2 guys who pull out their fire sticks. I can only assume that they plan on shooting the creature. I got out of the car and told them, regardless of the possible threat, that they are still in city limits, and as of right now, the creature doesn't seem to pose any threat to humans. They asked if they were going to get a ticket. I told them no. The men thanked me, and we got back into our vehicles, and we continued to follow the flying reptile. Over the radio, there are calls to shoot the beast. Personally, I see no reason to kill the animal. It had done nothing other than fly through the air, have a drink, and eat some fish. There is no logical reason to bring it down unless it does something to put the public at risk. Now scientists are chiming in on it. One scientist says it should be studied so we can learn more about it. No one has reached an agreement on what should be done about it. We watched as it moved back the way it came. Once it was gone, we relaxed and headed back to my friend's house. What's even stranger is the fact that on the 10 o'clock news, there were scientists calling the creature a hoax. They claimed it was nothing more than AI or CGI. All I know is that what I saw today was not fake. I saw a living, breathing creature. An animal in every sense of the word. This creature moved, ate, and seemed to respond to the environment. Maybe I'll never know anything about it, but I will never deny what I saw up in the sky. The end. All right, Fleshies. That's a wrap tour on our prehistoric adventure. I hope you had a terrific time listening to the tale of the Wee Point Pterodon. Unfortunately, Nature Guy X46 couldn't be here to record this final segment with us today. He's currently out in the field, winging it, trying to track down some dynamite new discoveries. Or maybe he just flew the coop. Either way, we can send a huge thank you to Nature Guy X46 for hatching such an incredible story for us. It's been a real flight of fancy. So for now, it's time for me to migrate on to my mausoleum. And we'll catch you on the flip side. And remember, pleasant nightmares, Fleshies!